And let me share my screen. Okay. Well, so for now, okay. Greeting. Of course, you know, we have formal, informal ways. You know, that's really important to know who you are talking to. And for example, you need to consider the situation. Okay, if you're talking to your boss, if you're talking to a colleague, if you're talking to a friend, family, so we have different phrases that we need to actually pay attention to them. So first of all, something that's really common, we say hi, hello. It's really normal, very common, it's okay. But you know, you can also use good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. But if you say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, you don't need to say hello, good morning, just good morning. So we use as, okay? So let me write here, and good morning, good evening, and good night. They are formal ways. So let me write here. We have formal. What is this? Okay, and informal. So when say good morning or only morning. So good afternoon or good evening. But how about good night? Good night means goodbye. So for hello, we don't say good night. If you want to say goodbye, you say good night. So good night is only used for goodbye. So this is an exception. Okay, so this is the first thing. Of course, it's really normal. You normally actually use, you heard us before. And now the second one, formal. In formal language, you say nice to meet you or pleased to meet you. But I'm not sure if I told you before that there is a difference between nice to meet you and nice to see you. They're different. Okay, so it's nice to meet you or pleased to meet you. So it's nice to meet you or pleased to meet you. Both are usable phrases that you can use. How? These greetings are formal and polite. If you say this to someone when you meet him or her, okay, for the first time. So these two phrases are used for the people who you met for the first time, okay? So when you know this person, okay, so for example, I know you, we've met before, then you can say nice to see you. Especially after a long period, it's nice to see you again. So because I know you. But when this is the first time, I don't say it's nice to see you. I say it's nice to meet you. Okay? So, and the third one. Now you want to ask, okay, you want to ask if someone, for example, has been well since the last time you two actually met. For example, I say, how have you been? How have you been? Okay, so this grading question is only asked by people who have already met. Okay? If someone asks you, how have you been? Actually, they want to know if you have been well since the last time the two of you met or no. So how have you been? Yeah, I've been well. I've been great. So you can talk about yourself if you've been well or no. And about how do you do? You normally hear, but it's not really common nowadays. I don't know, it's really old fashioned. We don't say how do you do, so I'm not going to talk about it. Now let's talk about informal. Of course, sometimes you can use both actually formal, informal statements. So they're changeable, so you can use both for. Hey, hi. Hi is really good, but hi is actually, you know that a good word that can be used instead of hello, but informal. okay? But you know, hey, okay? Hey is for people who have already met, okay? For example, if you don't know me and if you haven't met, okay, with me before, and you say, hey, you make me confused. I say, really? You know me? We have met? I'm not sure because I'm thinking that, yeah, we have met because she said, hey, it means that we have met. So, hey, okay, hey is a word. So, and you know, something like, you know, when you want to say hi, it's okay for casual, informal situation. Hey is for people who have already met. If you say hey to a stranger, okay, it might be confusing for that person because, you know, he or she will try to remember when you met before, when. So don't say. And okay, so how's it going? How's it going or how are you doing? So these two are really good phrases, usable. So how's it going? And we don't say going as I told you, going. Or how are you doing? How are you doing? How's it going? Okay. So these two questions, again, these are casual, informal ways of asking how are you. Instead of how are you, you can say how's it going? Or for example, how you doing? Okay. And they're polite. It's okay. You can say, of course, how are you is formal, polite, but you know, these two are really usable and good. So, and the answer, you can say, for example, good, or for example, not bad, great. So something like this. Okay. So when someone, how are you doing? Or for example, how's it going? Say, it's going great, not bad, good. So it's your choice there. And what's up? What's new? What's going on? Yeah. What's up? What's new? What's going on? So what's up? And normally you hear sup. So if you heard sup, it means what's up. Yeah, say sup. What's new? New. Or what? And actually, they don't want to know how you're feeling. Okay. So you can say nothing, not much. So people typically use actually these phrases to greet someone. First of all, when you have met before, that's really important. So this is not the first time that you see someone. Was it what's up? Of course, you want to get some news, okay? And most of people say nothing, not much. So your answers. And if you want to describe anything, you can say, okay, for example, if you feel like I want to make small talk, yeah, you can give, for example, what's going on? You can give me some news. Or what's new? Yeah, for example, we went out and we did something. If you want. If no, just not much, nothing, and stop conversation. Just this. And of course, we have the other phrases like, how's everything? Something that I normally ask. How are things? How's life? Okay, again, the answers good, not bad. Or for example, something like always, okay, no change. So I'm asking about your life, not you. So we have other phrases like, how's everything? Okay. And okay, well, how are things? How's life? So I'm asking you another actually questions. Again, casual, informal, to greet someone and ask how the person is doing, not how the person is feeling. Okay, so how the person is doing. And you know, most of these phrases already actually used to greet people who you know. Okay, so and you can answer good, not bad, and for example, everything is okay. So something like this. And when I say, for example, what's up? What's up? You can say same old, same old. It means, yeah, same old, nothing changed. You know, just like always, same old, okay? So there's no nothing. And how's your day? Or how's your day going? I'm sorry, I said doing. So how's your day or how's your day going? Okay. These two questions means how are you, okay? Not just right now, but how you have been all day. So you can ask, for example, you would use these greetings, for example, later in the day, normally at night, with someone you see regularly. So, for example, your colleague, okay? You might ask your colleague actually one of these questions in the afternoon. You say, for example, how's your day? How's your day going? So, how's your day? Or, how's your day going? So, but it's not like just now. And of course, you can say, good, all right, fine, not bad. Good, all right, fine, not bad. So they are the answers, okay? You can say, and if you want to keep conversation going, you can say, how about you? So something like this. And good to see you and nice to see you. As I told you, these casual greetings are used with friends, co-workers, family members, okay, that you haven't seen in a while. As I told you, it's not for the first time that you meet someone. So for example, your friend, this is casual way. Good to see you again. Girl, good to see you. Nice to see you again. So it's been your friend, family member, colleague, someone who you know and you haven't seen in a while. It's okay for especially when you, for example, see someone, I don't know who you know on the street and say, nice to see you here again, for example, you can use this too. And the other ones, long time no see, or it's been a while. These two, let me write, it's been a while or long time no see, to long time no see, and it's been a while. And for example, about these phrases, and it's nice to see you, of course, just, you know, that's really important. When someone says it's nice to see you, you say you too, or it's nice to see you too, or good to see you too, or you too, okay? You too is okay. And now we know and we've met before, okay? And there are long time no see. For a long time, actually, we haven't met. And especially, I meet you unexpectedly. Suddenly on the street, here you are. So something like, and when I say long time, it depends on you. For example, me and you, we actually have classes 3 days a week. So we normally actually meet. After 2 weeks, I can say long time no see because I see you 3 days a week. So 2 weeks is long time to me. So I can say, long time no see. But when you don't see someone, for example, when you see someone for, I don't know, meet someone once a month. After 1 month, you don't say, oh, it's long. No, it's not long time because you actually meet this person once a month. So it's like a long time no see, and you can say something like, yeah, of course, I was really busy with my job, something like this. And then you can ask like, how have you been? After that, a long time no see. How have you been? What's new? 3 questions. And the answer is, oh, like, I was really busy with my job. I had lots of things to do, actually. But, I've been well. Great, just a bit busy. And, same old, nothing new. So the answers, okay? Well, so they are the phrases that you can use to greet people. Of course, there are some slangs, but you need to pay actually more attention to use a slang. A slang like you, okay? You. This is really, common in the US. Okay, but it's somewhat like old-fashioned a bit. Okay, so special group of people, specific people use this. Or you're right. All right, mate. Mate, of course, is something like friend. So there are the others, maybe in Britain, and for example, instead of saying hello. So about, slangs, it's something like special type of language that specific people use, maybe teenagers or some. We need to actually be a bit careful because, for example, you're talking to a person who is older than you. Of course, you need to be polite to say yo, or for example, sup. Of course, it's not good. Well, but some better phrases. Well, okay, this is all about this, right? And if you have any question, now you can ask me.
No, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so so from the next session, you can actually give me some answers. Yeah, of course. Yeah, great. Well,
Okay,
yeah.
can you help me to practice?
Of course, yes. Let's get started. Why not? Okay. Well, I should say good morning. So because morning, good morning.
Good morning.
It's really nice to meet you again. But nice to see you. Which one should I say? I say nice to meet you or nice to see you? Which one?
Oh, nice to see you too.
Good job. Of course, I shouldn't say nice to meet you. It's nice to see you. Just you too. You too. How have you been? It's, for example, it's long time. For example, for a while we haven't met. How have you been?
What have you been? Good.
Okay, I've been well. So I've been well. Or for example, yeah, right. Okay,
I
great.
feel well.
Yeah, of course.
Well.
Yeah, how's it going? How's it going?
Everything's good.
Yeah, everything is it's going well. You can say it's going well.
It's
Not
going
bad.
well.
Great. Okay, not bad. Great. Oh, what's new? So what's going on? What's up?
Nothing special.
Very good. Okay, nothing special. Just there is something here. If you want to keep conversation going, it means you need to ask, how about you? What about you? How about you? So that you show that you want to talk to this person. When I ask you a question and you only answer with short questions, with short sentences, it means I don't want to. I'm not, I'm not feeling really comfortable to keep conversation going. So when we say, how about you? It means, okay, let's talk together. So because it's something like act and react, interaction. So for example, we say, what's up? You say, oh, nothing special. How about you? Or how's everything? What about you? How's life? Yeah, great. Well, how's life? How's life?
Good, not bad, not too bad.
Very good. Not too bad. That's really not too bad. And when someone asks you, yeah, say sorry.
And how's everything?
I think like always. I think great. Couldn't be better.
Yeah.
Everything is great, and I'm talking about myself. When I say couldn't be better, it means I'm really good. Couldn't be better. means I'm really good, couldn't be better. So I say, how's everything? Everything is great, and life is great, and I couldn't be better. So it's something like, I'm really good. Just about good and well. Do you know the difference between these two? I told you well, or I'm not. So I'm not sure if I told you the difference between I'm good and I'm well. Do you know the difference between these? Okay, so just pay attention about this too. So you're good. Okay, and so for example, now you can ask me because it's, for example, night. So you can say, how's your day? You can ask me, but not about me because this is morning for you. So I can't say, how's your day? But you can ask me, how's your day?
How's your day?
Oh, like always, some classes and like, a normal day, like always. It was good, but I think it was a bit maybe busy, but it was really good. So just this. Okay. Well, thank you. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
any questions?
I will practice later at home.
Of
Wow.
course, of
As
course.
as a as a homework.
Of course, of course. So I will just, and let me say something, man. Anytime, whenever you feel like you need to ask me something, question, issue, so whenever you can just ask me, on Skype, just text me and I will check and I will answer. So no matter. So just don't think that, okay, I only need to ask during the class time. No. Anytime, whenever you feel like that, okay, I have some question that I need to ask, or for example, I want to say something, but I don't know how, you can ask me and I will answer. So no matters.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, and now let's get started with our unit. That is your, do you remember your first date? Do you remember your first
I
date?
I don't remember my first day. No.
Yeah, you don't. Okay, well, tell me, I want to ask about, dates in Vietnam. For example, you normally, if you actually, you're gonna, I don't know, find someone to get married, for example, to actually, I don't know, to have a relationship with. So you normally, I don't know, go out, find someone, or you actually, go on a blind date. So do you have something like blind date in Vietnam?
Friday.
Blind, yeah, of course. Blind date means a date between two persons who have not previously met. This is the first time. For example, okay, my cousin is good. Let's introduce you to. So something like blind date. Or maybe you find someone on social media or something like this. So do you go on a blind date in Vietnam or no?
Yes, I do.
Ah, yes. Okay, you do or people in Vietnam. So that's really important. You. You can be singular or plural. So when I say do you go on, or for example, do you meet people on blind date in Vietnam, it means all people. So we do or
We
I
do.
do. So here we do. So because I'm
Yes,
asking
we
about
do.
all the people in Vietnam. So it's normal, it's common.
Yes, yes, we do.
Yeah, have you ever gone on a blind
Mhm.
date?
I have not
I have
gone. Uh,
not. Just I
yeah,
haven't. No, I
just,
haven't.
just,
Yeah.
yeah, just, yeah. I haven't. No, I
Okay.
haven't.
No, I haven't. Very good. So on is a good preposition for this. We meet each other. We
Um,
meet people on a blind date. Okay, so you can say, well, and what do you think about online dating? It's really common, I think,
mm,
all around the world. So what do you think about online dating?
yeah.
So is it,
It's
yeah,
it's normal.
it's
Uh,
normal.
it's very normal in nowadays in
Yeah,
social media.
of
Mm.
course.
But I have not on. I have not been on my dating.
Okay. So you haven't, okay? Okay, you haven't met anyone online, for example. Okay, well, and let me ask another question. Actually, I want to know your opinion about online dating. So what do you think about it? Is it good or bad? So maybe let's talk about good, maybe positive and negative aspect points about online dating. So what do you think about it? Do you agree? Say it's okay or no?
It depends on the characters of the people who who meet online dating, who meet online. Some uh, my sister met her husband, and now they get married. Um, they they were online dating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, of course.
Yes.
Well, the verb for date, the verb that you need to use for date. First of all, for online dating, of course, you know that we sign up an online dating, you know that because we normally actually need to sign up on websites. So you can use the verb sign up. For example, my friend sign up for an online dating. So sign up because you need
Yes.
to sign up, okay, on a website, okay, as for example, she wants to find love. So something like this, okay? Or date, of course, the word date can be used as a verb. So for example, I dated someone, okay? For example, I thought we were dating, for example, with Matt, something like this, okay? Or date, for example, we have been dating since high school. So date can be used as a verb, and you can use it in different tenses, for example, present or past or present perfect future, okay? So date can be a verb. Okay, matchmaker. These people are really interesting, I think. They actually arrange, a match. So something like they bring two unmarried individuals together in an attempt to promote a marriage. So what, have you ever done this? Have you ever been a matchmaker?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Yes, I have. Yes,
good
I
job.
have.
Yes, I have. Okay, so
I sometimes I am a matchmaker. Um,
sometimes we try to introduce.
interviews. Yeah.
Yeah, let me
I,
say something. In English speaking, if you want to speak fluent, especially for
yes.
IELTS, maybe in the future, especially for IELTS, we normally say to IELTS candidates, it's really important to paraphrase the question. Okay, what is paraphrase? It shows your ability. Okay, when I ask you, have you ever been a matchmaker? You say, yes, I have. Actually, I introduced, or I have introduced, I
Yes.
remember. So you use another word. It means you would describe this word, matchmaker, so that you show me that you understood, you got the meaning of this word, and you have enough vocabulary resource to make your answer. So that's really good to just, don't use it again. No, I
Yes.
haven't, You can, it's okay, but not at the beginning again, For example, you say, yeah, I have. I remember that, last year I introduced two of my friends and, they actually started a relationship. And yeah, of course, after that they decided to get married. Being matchmaker is a bit, I think, difficult, but it's interesting. Now I use matchmaker, but not, immediately after the question, so you can use, but make your answer and try to use it. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
I can say it again.
Of course, yes.
I used to. I remember that I was a matchmaker. When I went to the post office, and I know the boy in the post office. He is the post office officer. He's very friendly and helpful. So I want to introduce him to my cousin. And after a month, they meet. They met together. They have the coffee with each other, and now they make a couple, but now they said goodbye already.
They split up. Yeah, split up. It means, yeah, they separated, split up. You can say, yeah, split up. Split up. They broke up. So broke up. Yeah. Of course, break up is present. I say they broke up because you are talking split it up, you know, so something like broke up. Broke up is a really good, okay, phrasal verb that you can use to talk about relationships, especially friendships. So broke up. Yeah, it's really good. Okay. Yeah, so actually you can use, for example, okay, what verb should I use with matchmaker? Okay, I've been, it's okay. Okay. But another verb that is really good, play or act. Play. Play or act as a matchmaker. Both verbs are really good. For example, I played matchmaker. Okay. Or you can say I acted as matchmaker. So both of them are good verbs that you can use. Okay. Wow. And you're welcome. Make a good impression. First of all, let's talk about the word impress. To create a good feeling. When someone actually make a good impression, it means they create a good feeling, actually, or to give people a good opinion. So it's something like this. And we normally make good impression, okay? For example, my friend made a very good impression on someone when they first met. So you make good impression on people, okay? It's hard. It's really important to make good impression on people when you first met. Okay? So I want you to make actually example including make a good impression. So let's talk.
To make a good impression on someone, I think we should be on time. Should be on time. And we take care of we should take care of our outfit. Our outfit for the day. And we should be ourselves.
Of course, you should be yourself. Yeah. Okay, well, so on time. Okay, don't say on time, say punctual. It's really important to be punctual, of course. It means be on time. So punctual is, and it's really important to get dressed correctly and appropriately. So that's really important. And of course, it's really important to be yourself, to show yourself and to be yourself, of course. Punctual, of course, means on time. A person who is on time all the time is punctual. So it's really important to be punctual. Okay. Yeah, and having a good chemistry with someone. So, tell me, it's something like, especially it happens in any relationship, but it's something like often plays a major role in a romantic, actually, connection. So it's something like when you have a good chemistry with someone, it means you feel like you have a deep feeling, especially in romantic connections, you can use it. Okay, have you ever had, a good chemistry with someone, I don't know, in relationship or something like this?
Yes, I have. For example, I had a good chemistry with my husband in the first time I met him.
Of course. Yeah, at the
Mm.
first time you met. Of
And
course.
I have some friends, and I feel I had a very good chemistry with them. Uh,
Yes.
yes, we can talk a lot of things. Yes,
Yeah,
we have the same idea with them.
of
We
course.
can
But
share. Yeah,
yeah,
we can share everything. Yeah.
of course, very good. So that's really important. You say, and normally the other verb that you can build chemistry in relationship over time, you know, by practicing open communication and developing trust. So you can build chemistry. That's really important. Chemistry by, let me write it here because, okay, developing trust, over time. That's really important. So you can do it. Okay. So very good. Well, okay. And so we have some phrases here. Okay, and we discussed the meaning of them, and of course we made some examples to talk about them. So if any questions you can ask, if no, move on to the new part, the next part.
Now I will make sentence with this word. This
Of course,
yeah,
of
this
course,
was yeah.
of course. So it's something like you can do something, we practiced actually every session. We have the list of words and phrases. So let's do something because that's really good. Actually, you can do something at home if you have time. It can be your assignment for home, for example, and you can send them to me, okay, so that
Yes,
I can check. You can make your answers. For example, you want to make some sentences, okay, including these phrases. Of
yes,
course, the first way that you can separate them and make 5 sentences, it's okay. But I say that we have another way to improve our speaking skills is that you need to combine them, use all of them in something like in a whole, like a story. Just imagine, for example, you remember, for example, once you actually went on a blind date. Okay, of course, you remember that you signed up for an online dating, and then, for example, you met someone. Of course, because you didn't, for example, believe in matchmakers, so you actually wanted to try it yourself. So something like this. Make a story including these phrases. But try to just something like not real, just unreal thing, and send it to me. Do you agree?
yes.
Of course. And then
I will.
I will correct your answer and resend it again.
Okay, I will. I will
Good,
send
very
you.
good. Thank you. Okay, and oh, do you believe in love at first sight?
Yes, I
Yeah.
love my husband at first sight.
Ah, great. Ah, it's really interesting. How was your feeling, at the first time you met your husband?
Yes, at the first time I met him, I feel uh, he is he is a I can trust him a lot.
Yeah,
He's a person who can make me um can make me uh, safe. Let
yeah,
me
of
see.
course, of course. So you found him the
Yeah.
first time, yeah, the first time you met your husband, you found him reliable person,
Mm.
someone who you can trust on, so reliable person, honest person, honest, reliable,
Honest.
of course,
Mm.
honest and reliable. So, yeah. So you were like head over heels in love with your okay husband. So head over heels in love with someone or something. Let me say something. You can use this for things as well. When you are head over heels in love with someone or something, it means you really like it, you really love it. For example, yesterday I went shopping and I saw a bag, and I was head over heels in love with that bag, and I decided to go and buy that bag. It was really pricey, but I bought it because I was head over heels in love with it. So you can use this idiom, okay, for things, not only for people. Of course, you can be head over heels in love with someone, but you can use for things. Okay, make two sentences, two examples, including these two idioms.
It was love at the first sight, and he proposed me 6 weeks later.
Yeah, you make examples, including these two sentences, these two idioms.
It was love at first time. It was love at first time sight, and mm, we married
Yeah.
um, after 2 years. Uh,
Ah,
yeah. Uh, I it was love at the first time. My husband and I get married um, 2 years later.
yeah. So your husband proposed you 2 years later?
Yes.
Ah,
Um,
great. Okay. So this you can use, you can also use, be is not the only verb that you can use. You can say, I fell, for example.
I
You
felt.
don't say, I was love. It was is okay. If you want to use the subject, it was love at a first, for example,
I was.
side is okay. But you can also say, I fell in love at first sight. I fell in love at first sight, and I was head over heels in love with my husband. And 2 years later, he proposed to me and we got married. And we got married. So you can say, I fell in love at first time, or it was love at first sight. Okay. And the second idiom,
Is for head over heel in love with him after the first date. Mm, my my husband said that He was head over heels in love with me after the first sight.
Ah,
After the first sight.
yeah, that was after the first date, you know, if that first date is
Oh,
better.
right.
Ah,
The
wow.
first date.
Or you can say something like this. My husband told me that he was head over heels in love with me after, okay, for example, the first time he met, okay, me or something like, or after the first date or something like this, or at first sight. So he was head over heels in love with me at first sight, at first sight. So you can say these three sentences. It's still romantic. Great. Well, okay, idioms clear, no questions.
Yes.
Okay, so you can, as I told you, you can easily use this idiom for things. So if you like something very much, just use this. It's a really good one. Well, and the structure of today, second conditional. What is actually we have four conditionals, zero, first, second, and third conditional. Today we're going to talk about second conditional. Well, first of all, let's describe and let's talk about maybe the definition, the concept of second conditional, what is and when we use this structure. Actually, second conditional is a type of conditional sentence to describe an unlikely or impossible. So, unlikely or impossible. Okay, so that's really important. Yeah, of course. Unlikely or impossible hypothetical situation. Okay, what is hypothetical? Hypothetical means hypothetical means not real, imaginary, unreal. It's not real. So hypothetical situation. So it's something like imaginary. It's not something real. And in the present or future. So we can use it in actually everyday conversation to talk about unrealistic, not realistic, or hypothetical situations. So, or for wishes, regrets, or make suggestion. That's great. So wishes, regrets, and make suggestion. Okay, in a very polite way. And how is the structure? So as you can see, we have two clauses here. The first clause that is called if clause. If clause. Past simple. Past simple. And the second clause that is would clause. Okay. Would plus base form of verb. Not to, not ing, not ed, nothing. Base form of verb. So infinitive without to. So two clauses. And as you can see here, because if is located at the beginning of sentence, I have comma. So in writing, normally I separate these two parts using comma. Of course, there is a point here. Pay attention. You can replace these two phrases. For example, you can say, I would, if I were you, I would talk to my parents. If I were you, I would talk to my parents. Of course, I'm not you, and it's something imaginary in present. So as you can see, as you can see, I separated two parts using comma. But if I say, I would talk to my parents if I were you, I don't need to use comma in writing. So it's okay, I can remove comma. If I put the second clause or word clause at the beginning of my sentence, it's okay, I can remove comma. Just for writing, it's not really important, just for writing. So if I were, the point here, were, you know that for I, she, he, and it, we use was in past, you notice. But when we have if, it's good to use were. If she were, if he were, if I were. So it's okay when we have if to use were instead of was. Okay, so if I were you, I would talk to my parents. As you can see, this actually here we use second conditional to make suggestion. I'm giving you advice. I'm making suggestions. So this is one use of second conditional. Or you can make negative. If I were you, I wouldn't talk to my parents. If I were you, I wouldn't talk to my parents. So this is the second one. Okay, you can make negative statement. Why only affirmative? So we have negative statement. Okay, well, I'm gonna ask you for advice. So you give me advice. Let me say. For example, I'm having math test, for example. I'm students and I'm having math test next Monday, and I'm really nervous. I can't control actually my feeling. It's like I think, you know, I can't, and I will lose. So I don't know what to do. So I think it's better, I don't know, better stay home and study more or not to think about it. So I want you to give me suggestion or advice.
If I were you, I would look at all the exercise before the test.
Of course. So if I were you,
Review.
I would review and check.
Review
So
and
review
check.
and check, yeah, it means look it again. So it's better. So I would review. That's great. And another one, okay. Uh, let me find something. Okay. Okay. I have no idea where I should take, for example, it's something like a guy is asking his friend, and he's gonna take her girlfriend on actually girl on the first date. So we're gonna make suggestion. So, okay, say.
If I were you, I would um, give her a book.
Okay, so just, you know, I would give her a book, but, you know, it's about place.
As
Should,
a
where
gift.
should, where I should take her. Restaurant, cinema, where? So what do you think?
Uh, where I
Where,
should
of
take her
course.
on the first day. Okay.
Yeah.
If I were you, I should take her to a coffee shop.
Okay, so if I were you, I would take her to a cafe or coffee shop. That's great. Okay, and you can say I'd. It's hard to say I would, just I'd. Abbreviation, short form is I'd, so you can say I'd take her.
I
Great.
take yeah,
Just don't forget about using would. That's really important to use it. And, okay, so your friend is talking to you is something like confiding. And she says, I'm pretty sure he's not my type, but I don't want to hurt his feeling. Do you think I should go on another date with him?
uh, I read it again.
Of
I'm
course.
pretty sure he's not my type. I'm pretty sure he's not my type, but I don't want to hurt his feelings. Do you think I should go on another date with him? Hmm. If I were you, I go to I go on another date with him. Ah, mm, if I were you, I would I meet him again.
Okay.
Mm, yes, and talked about your feelings about
Oh,
him.
very good. Just that's really important point here. We don't go to meeting or we don't go to a date. We go on a date or meeting. So we go on a
Mm,
date. Okay. So if I were you, and the second thing, when you have more than one verb, you need to follow all of them by with. So it's something like you need to use with for the second and the third verb as well. For example, if I were you, I would, for example, meet him again, and I would, for example, talk. Or I would meet him again and talk, not talked, not talking. Just, it's something like the same
yes.
rule of the first verb actually applies to the second and third. So they are the same. Would talk, would prefer, would go, would meet. Okay, so the same. Okay,
Mhm.
well, and so I'm kind of nervous about my first day. Should I buy a present to impress her?
Mhm. I'm kind of nervous about my first date. Should I buy the present to impress her? Yes, if I were you, I buy a present to impress her.
Very good. So
Uh,
if I were
such
you,
as yeah, such as a
yeah.
book, um, a bunch of flowers,
Ah, of course. Yeah.
or
Great.
lipstick, for example, or
Yeah. I'm
a
sorry.
lipstick,
Lipstick.
lipstick.
Oh, of course.
Mhm,
Lipstick. It's
mhm,
too delicate. It's good. Yeah, lipstick is very good. I think it works. Great. Okay, so I would buy a present, such as like flower or, for example, lipstick, cosmetic or something, or book. That's great. Very good. Well, as you asked me, we skipped the listening section. So okay, okay, yeah, or we're gonna watch this. I'm not sure. So you watched it before you did this part or no?
no,
Okay, so
no, I didn't.
okay, so that's great. So for the second, actually next session, first of all, we watch this part together because time is over and actually we have no time to watch this part. So next session, first of all, we watch the video and do this part together, and then we move on to the next topic. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
Welcome.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Oh, anyway, I want to know so much
Of
about you
course.
and your family, your aim, your
Ah,
work, your
ah,
time.
you want to know about me? Of
Yes.
course. Why
And
not? So,
where you from? Yeah.
okay, so let me start talking about myself. So, as you know, I'm Monica and I live in the US and in Los Angeles. And actually, I got married and I have a kid, one daughter, 5 year old. And my job, as you know, I've been teaching English for about 15 years and as a native teacher and something else. If you want to know something else, you can ask me.
Mhm. Yes. What was it? What are they?
Yeah.
And what you teach?
Oh,
Besides English?
beside teaching, you want to know beside teaching?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, before, actually, I used to work in real estate, but now I don't have enough time because, all my time is actually filled with my students, so I don't have specific actually time for real estate. So in the past, yeah, I used to work in real estate, but after that, just beside teaching. But I can say my it can be my main actually major and job is teaching. So I only do this.
It-
Yeah.
it's very time. You have flexible time.
Ah,
Flexible time.
flexible, of course, flexible, not can be considered flexible, but not now, because when you have more than actual specific number of students, your time won't be flexible anymore. For example, I have some hours every day and every night that I need to actually attend the classes and teach to my students. So it's something like, for example, morning, your morning, that can be my night, and of course something like evening, that is my morning. So it's something like these two time is something like category or filled every day. And for example, so let me say something.
Yes.
I have no something like weekend. There is no weekend to me because I work at the weekend. So it's something like some days when I need to go somewhere. So of course I take my laptop to, for example, we want to go to cottage. So I take my laptop everywhere and just, something like at the weekend, any place, anywhere, anytime, I hold my classes. So it's considered like there is not flexible, some fixed hours, and I need to work every day during the week. Yeah.
Mhm.
For example,
Yes.
last session we went to cottage and I held my class with you because actually it was something like the weekend and it was too traffic to I couldn't, you know, turn back to home. And because of this, we stayed there and I held my classes. After that, we returned home. So it's something like this. It's not really flexible, just fixed
Mhm.
hours. Yeah.
Yes. And you just teach in this online, or you teach in the school?
No, at school. Now, I remember that, yeah, of course, I can say that many years ago, when I was younger, yeah, I used to teach at school. But, it was really good, especially when I have some kids students. So at that time, I used to teach at school. But after that, I decided to actually continue my career online, especially after I gave birth to my daughter. I couldn't go because I need to stay home and watch her. So it was so difficult to go to school. So because of this, I decided to stay home and continue my career as online tutor. So
Mhm.
now only online.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I think it's enough for today.
of course. But if
Thank
you have
you
any
so
other
much.
question, I will be
Mhm.
happy to answer.
But it's waste your time. You have a lot of
No,
class.
no, it's okay. I have 5 minutes before my next class. Okay, so I have
Mhm.
5 minutes. So just this, and after that, I will start my, this is it's good time because it's night, and it's something like good time. So
Los Angeles is in
yeah,
Cali, right? In
California,
California. Yeah.
California, of course,
Yeah.
it's in
And
California.
my sister and my daughter is in California now.
Ah,
My
why?
daughter is my daughter is study in Santa Ana City.
I couldn't get.
She's in Santa Ana. Ana.
Yeah,
Santa
San,
Ana is
of course,
a
it's
city.
it's something
It's
like,
a
yeah, of
city.
course, somewhere like so. So there in California, as we have different cities, countrysides, different cities
Yeah.
in, yeah, in
Mhm.
different states. So of course, so I think they're bit far from Los Angeles. So, and how about your sister? The same place?
Yes. It's about 1 hour from 1 hour drive by car from my daughter. Yeah. She's in another city.
Yeah, another city. Ah, got it.
Yeah.
Of course, of course. Normally 1 or 2 hours, riding, between cities. So yeah, I know. Maybe one day you can travel to my country to visit your daughter. Maybe one day I can visit. Why not?
Yes, I love to.
Of course, of course. And just there. So, well, any other questions? Something else that you want to know?
Mm-hmm. You, whenever I see you, uh, I I feel you a lot of energy, and yeah, and you always smile, always laugh, and make others happy. Thank
Ah,
you.
thank you. Thank you so much. It's really nice to actually hear you. Hears this from you. That's great. And thank you so much. Of course, this, something like my character all the time. And most of my students tell me that, teacher, how? You never feel sad. But yes, it's something like, maybe it's because of my job. When you talk to people for a long time, and when you teach something, when you do something for a long time, maybe it affects your character and personality. And, it should be like this, I think, so that, I should be energetic so that I make you feel energetic to keep going and to be motivated. So that's really important. But it's, like my character. It's too hard to be
Okay.
sad.
And one more questions
Of course.
that do you how many Vietnamese student do you teach now? Are you
How
teaching now?
many? I think about 20.
20 Vietnamese only?
Of course, 20
Vietnamese
Vietnamese
students?
students, and I have some Chinese. I have, yeah, I have some Chinese students and Indian students and Japanese students. So,
Oh,
uh, from different countries,
you
yeah, of
have
course.
a
But
lot of students.
yeah, of course, because of this, I told you my working hours is not fixed. Sometimes I start teaching, from midnight, and sometimes, for example, 4 a.m. So it's something like, yeah, some days I need to start, starting and teaching since, like, for example, 4 a.m. So yeah, because we have time difference, so I need to do something like this. But about Vietnamese students, I think about 20. Of course, I'm not sure about this thing. Yeah, about 20 students.
Mm-hmm. 20 says a lot, huh? Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, because of this, I knew a lot about Vietnam. So, for example, I know Della, I know pho, that is a special food because my student taught me. Yeah, teacher, we have this. Yeah, actually, I'm getting good information from Vietnam. So one day, if I travel to a country, I know lots of things. I know where to go. I know what to do. So, of course, I know about Ho Chi Minh City, about something like everything. Yeah, they taught me something.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Thank you for your
Time. We say thank you for your
for your
time.
time. Yes,
Yeah, of
for your time.
course.
Yes.
Of course, that was my pleasure. And thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you for asking. And it's really nice to talk to you every time. And have a great day, fruitful, great day, and see you next session.
Goodbye. Thank you.
You're welcome. Goodbye.